Like, I had 9 victories before this fight, and mostly I used my wrestling. But like I said before many times, my striking is also good. And maybe it was like, even if I can't finish, if I show my striking skills, maybe it will be the key to get title shot.
You got a point deduction.
And against a good striker in his land, undefeated guy. So what else?
Yeah.
Let's fight for the title.
You got a point deduction after the second ground strike. What were you thinking at that moment, at the moment of the second one?
Repeat again, please.
После второго удара в пах забрали очко у тебя. Какие мысли у тебя в голове после этого были?
Сняли очко, скажи.
То, что сняли очко после второго удара в пах, что на это повлияло как-то на тебя?
I felt bad because I hurt him like that. If you know what I mean, like so bad when somebody hurt you there, and it was by accident. I'm not trying to stop this fight, or even I did worse for myself because I gave him like another minute to take a rest, but it was just wrong. Even if they took it from me, I had to at least more that I already won.
We heard many commentators also talk about the controversy about the decision. When the fight was over, did you think you were going to get the decision?
Много комментаторов сказали, что спорное было решение, что не все согласны с этим решением. Твои мысли по поводу решения?
I was confident that I won. Yeah, but maybe most of them saying this because of that point.
Okay. Last question for me. What did you make of Gene Silva saying that whatever happens tonight, he's getting the title shot?
You're just lying.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you.
Movsar, привет. Дейна Уайт был здесь, и он сказал, что, возможно, ты будешь следующим соперником для Волконовского. Тебе приятна такая похвала от босса?
Dana White was here earlier and he said that potentially you are the next matchup for the champ Volkanovski. Do you feel good about him saying stuff like that?
Thank you, Uncle Dana, for saying this, because before you only hate me, saying hate to me. But still, it's just potential. We'll see what happens. I'm ready for the title, or just give me another debut guy.
Спасибо, дядя Дейна, спасибо, что ты так сказал, потому что до этого ты говорил какие-то ненавистные вещи про меня. Наконец-то ты сказал, ты увидел, что я заработал, но все равно для меня это приятно, и я готов. Дайте мне какого-то другого дебютанта.
Или тайтл, или дебютанта.
Yeah, either give me a title or give me a debut guy.
И еще один короткий вопрос у меня. Судя по твоему внешнему виду прямо сейчас, он самый жесткий был из всех соперников, которые у тебя были в UFC?
Judging by what you look like now after the fight, was he the hardest opponent that you've had up until now in the UFC?
Я думаю, он был, одним из самых жестких, потому что нелегко оставаться непобежденным на этом уровне. И учитывая, какой тяжелый был кэмп, и то, что мне пришлось драться у него на родине, и то, что у меня практически не было времени даже отдохнуть, когда я прилетел, до того, как я начал вес гонять. И, короче, было много суеты перед этим боем. И, если честно, последние 2 недели практически спал по несколько часов в день, 2 или 3 часа. Все это накапливалось, накладывалось друг на друга. Но в итоге я осознал для себя, что очень многое должно случиться, чтобы как-то отталкивать меня назад от той цели, которую я себе поставил.
Yes, definitely one of the hardest opponents, but it's obvious because it's not easy to stay undefeated at such a level, you know. And the fact that it was in his backyard, the fact that it was the camp was pretty hard. The fact that I had to go through all those things before I got here. I basically didn't have any time to rest, any time to recover. There was a lot of things that happened during the camp, during the preparation. For the past couple of weeks, I pretty much slept a couple of hours per day, really. So all of that stuff, it all adds up, and it all kind of weighs on you before such a fight. And then what I realized though is that what it did is it just made me stronger, because it shows me that no matter what, if I set a goal for myself, none of these things are going to distract me and take me away from my goal.
What else?
For me, Movsar, on your right here. Congrats on your win, first of all.
Thank you, bro.
In a hypothetical fight against the champion Volkanovski, especially watching his last two performances against Diego Lopez, what do you think that you have that others don't have that could help you beat Volkanovski, especially considering all his experience in title championship fights?
Теоретически, если посмотреть на твой бой против чемпиона Волкановского, почему?
Еще раз?
Теоретически, если представить твой бой против сейчас чемпиона Волкановского, что есть в тебе, что не было в его предыдущих двух, скажем, оппонентах, да? Почему тебе кажется, что у тебя есть ключ к победе, если у них у двоих не было этого?
В принципе, ничего особенного, но я думаю, меня невозможно будет остановить в том, что я иду к своей цели, и неважно, что случится и сколько это времени займет, титул я забираю по-любому.
Nothing, secretive or special, no special technique of any kind, but the one thing that I have is that nobody can stop me because I have a goal. It does not matter how long it's going to take. It doesn't matter what I have to go through. I am taking this title, the end.
Thank you, Movsar.
Thank you. Tiago. It's American top team back there.
Represent.
Movsar over here. There's been a lot of talk about how crisp your striking was tonight and how much you used that, but you obviously used your wrestling a lot more late in the fight. Was that always the plan? And given how dominant you looked in those late rounds, do you almost wish you'd done that from the start?
I wasn't trying to take him down, but when I started to push him back and he was trying to push me back through, and my overhand land in, he was too close and takedown comes by itself. Okay, like if he's here, why I don't use it? It was like this, but I don't have planned like have just takedowns and win by this, because I was pretty confident in my striking skills.
Movsar, we're here. Hi, Simone Tata for Fight for Yours. First of all, congrats on the win and on the performance. And second, when we think about Volkanovski as a champion, how much of a motivation is it for you to potentially take the belt and the throne from him rather than some other opponent, for example, Diego Lopez, if he had beat VOLK? How much bigger would it be to take the belt from a legend, potentially the greatest welterweight and the greatest featherweight of all time?
Yeah, when I realize after when I retire or something, after many years, when I remember, so I take the title from this legend, and I'll be proud of myself. And I love this guy. He's really respectful, and he's the man. And but when I step into the cage to fight him, there is no respect anymore. I'll go there just to take my belt.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hi, Movsar. So already you have mentioned about ATT. So
Start again, please.
sorry.
Again.
I want to ask about, because you've mentioned already about ATT, so I want to ask, did Mike Brown already told you something about this fight? Ты сказал про ATT уже, ты уже говорил про ATT. Что тебе Майк Браун сказал после боя, если что-либо уже сказал про сам бой?
I don't remember. Maybe he said, okay, another victory. He's proud. Was that you said, right? Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
This guy is special.
Hi, Movsar, just over here.
Okay.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Many people have always just seen you as an elite grappler. However, I think today you showed that you're a complete MMA fighter. What was about Lerone and why you thought that it would be the best idea to strike with him, and what made you so confident that you would be absolutely fine tonight?
Очень многие считают тебя в основном грэпплером, борцом, но сегодня ты показал, что ты полностью многосторонний боец. Почему сегодня ты именно решил показать, насколько заточенная и четкая у тебя ударка? Почему тебе казалось, что именно в этом бою против Мерфи ты был уверен в том, что она сработает?
I was trying to show it with Sterling, but he take me down right away when the fight start, and I haven't chance to show it. But still, Murphy is good striker, and if I show my striking skills against that level striking guy, and I'll win, so it means something, right?
Definitely, and last one from me. Obviously, you've just come out of the fight. You don't know if there's any injuries. Hopefully there isn't. Is there an ideal timescale you'd like for the fight with Volkanovski?
Понятное дело, что только что закончился бой. Я не знаю, есть ли какие-то травмы. Надеюсь, что, конечно, травм нету. Но в идеальной ситуации, когда бы ты хотел бой против чемпиона?
Yeah, I waste a lot of time. I had too much issues, and better if I fight the earlier is when possible. May will be good.
Thank you.
May,
Congrats.
June, something like that.
Movsar, right here, to your right. I know you said that you've had many issues getting potentially to the title shot, but it all lines up now for you potentially beating arguably the greatest featherweight of all time. So with the benefit of hindsight, do you think that those issues are almost a blessing in disguise?
Ты понял?
Greatest featherweight meaning Volkanovski?
Volkanovski is arguably considered the greatest featherweight of all time, and I'm saying Movsar, obviously.
Okay, I gotcha. Получается, что с твоей победой сегодня, несмотря на все те неприятности и все, через что ты должен был пройти, ты показал невероятный бой. Скорее всего, это значит, что у тебя будет возможность побить самого лучшего, самую легенду в твоем весе Волкановского. Да? Видя это, кажется ли, что все эти неприятности, все эти трудности, которые ты прошел, они стоили этого, чтобы показать, на что ты способен?
Я думаю, да. И даже если пришлось бы пройти еще больше, все, что происходит по воле Всевышнего, и я с радостью принимаю все это. Потому что Всевышний не испытывает нас тем, что мы не выдержали бы.
I believe so. I believe that even if there was more issues and more trouble, I would still take that on. I think it would still be worth it, because no matter what happens to us, it all happens by the will of the Almighty. And Almighty never tests us with something that we cannot withstand. So yes, it was worth it.
Thank you.
Movsar, еще один короткий от меня.
Секунду.
Да.
Сабр деловщик. Азюх тухок. Азюх тухок, давай сабр делай. Окей.
Земляки — это святое.
Elder brother.
К слову о земляках, Ислам Махачев уже 3 раза бился в титульных боях против австралийцев. Если тебе сейчас дают австралийцы на титульный бой, будешь ли ты обращаться к Исламу за советом?
Islam Makhachev has fought in title fights 3 times against Australians. If you get a title fight against an Australian, Volkanovski, will you talk to Islam for some advice of how to beat an Australian?
Если честно, хороший вопрос, и почему мне это в голову не пришло до этого. Я думаю, стоит спросить, и да даже если не с австралийцами, я думаю, исламу есть много что сказать, посоветовать вот с той высоты, до которой он добрался. Так что буду рад попытаться достигнуть того, что достиг мой старший брат Ислам.
Yes, you know what? That's a pretty great question. And even if it wasn't against an Australian, I'm pretty sure that when it comes to advice, it's very good to speak to Islam because Islam has probably a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that he could share because of the heights and because of the levels that he was able to reach. So if I get the opportunity, if I get the chance, I will try to do whatever I can to reach those heights that my older brother Islam Makhachev has been able to reach in his career.